the past 5 decades, the Sublimity Harvest Festival has been a bucket list opportunity for the truck and tractor pulley community, and for the last 22 years, the monster trucks have joined in on the fun. Over the next 4 days, you're going to witness the 50th year anniversary of the Sublimity Harvest Festival with nearly 20,000 people in attendance. And over the next hour, you get to live it live right here on T.Ray TV. Hello, everybody. Tyler Rayas here alongside Trent, where we're going to bring you all the action from the Sublimity Harvest Festival. Trent, nearly 12 years ago, you started the T.Ray channel. Did you ever think it would be growing into what it is today?
Not in a million years, man. I mean, 12 years of T.Ray is a long time in some aspect. I mean, we went from just liking videos on YouTube 12 years ago, almost next week. And here we are now, about to just bring all the T.Ray fans live Sublimity footage.
I mean, it's incredible. Celebrating 50 years. That's remarkable. The Sublimity Harvest Festival started in 1973 and has grown slowly every year since then. And as you can see behind us, the big boys with the big toys are getting ready to rock. Trent, I'm going to go get interviews with the drivers. I'm going to send you up to the booth. Let's go through our field of trucks.
Thank you, Tyler. It's a stellar lineup here tonight. Devon Windfield behind the wheel of the Rockwell Red. Shane Plateau in the Skull Crusher. Lee Plateau in the Scattered. Misha Ferris in the Wild Card. One of the local boys. Dawson Ryas in the Kamikaze. Dalton Winer in Jurassic Tech. The Hall of Famer Jeff Boehner's here in the Captain USA. Eric Swanson Obsessed. And finally, David Too Tall Olfert in the Velociraptor. Earlier today, we got Tyler down there in the pits to talk to David about the Velociraptor and what he can expect here in the Sublimity Harvest Festival.
All right, guys, I'm here with David Olfert, the driver of Velociraptor. Sponsor night last night, I saw some footage. You guys came out and did a little freestyle as a thank you to the sponsors here. But what's going on with your truck? You got the whole corner teared apart.
Yeah, you know, we felt a little bit of vibration last night, you know, so never know with these trucks. There are, you know, more moving parts, more mechanical parts on a monster truck than anything else. So felt a little vibration, so I figured I'd just take it apart, double check, make sure, you know, we got hometown crowd here in Sublimity. We got to show out for them.
Well, hopefully you can get it back together, and we're excited to see you burn it down on Friday night. I'm here with Scott Heaton, the voice of the Sublimity Harvest Festival, has been for quite some time. Scott, it's always a pleasure to see you, brother. What makes Sublimity one of the funnest events that you do all year?
People, absolutely the people. The folks that run the Harvest Festival, the talent that they bring in has always been top-notch. It really has. I do quite a few pulls throughout a year's time. Obviously, I do a lot of monster truck stuff in a year's time, and the talent that they consistently bring in, the quality of the event that they put on, and it's community. It's a small town in Oregon that really comes together. The fact that the Harvest Festival puts together money to get back into the community each and every year, I think more promoters, more people should be involved in things like that. The amount of money that they put back into the community for good causes is one of the reasons that I love to come down here. But it's a good time. We always have a good time.
For over 2 decades, the monster trucks here, when they're competing at the Sublimity Harvest Festival, jump towards the highway. So they've only jumped one way, and they did that because of a safety issue, because there's a lot of people standing around the beer tent area because the grandstands were never that much in attendance-wise. So they were always able to jump one way. Well, a couple years ago, we've actually made that choice because the safety features have improved on the track, and they're actually allowed to jump both ways. And right now, they're building on the track. You can see a tabletop. Now, what this is they're actually going to have a moonwalk, a popper ramp on the opposite side, so they're able to do some moonwalks and stoppies. Stuff that's never been done before the Sublimity Harvest Festival is actually going to be done. You can see the Jersey barriers on the side of the track also acting as a barrier for the pulling trucks on either side, but as well as keeping that dirt together. And these guys are the best in the business on the track. This dirt has been soaked and primed and plowed over the last 2 weeks to get ready for here tonight. This whole entire weekend, a lot of man hours, a lot of volunteer hours have been put in just to make the show happen for the 50th anniversary of the Sublimity Harvest Festival. Now we're getting into some truck pulls here. This is the staple event of the Sublimity Harvest Festival, pulling for 50 years. This is Butch Phelps in Backseat Driver. You're going to see the audio coming out here. Let's listen to Backseat Driver scream here, Trent.
Oh, man. Dude, you could hear that motor scream. Came up a little short, but here it is. Agent Orange, Tyler.
Oh, Agent Orange is always a classic. Been pulling for 45 years. A 1950 GMC Ralph Tramp. He's going for a full pull here, Trent. He's pulling for the vets.
He's going to do it. Look at the American flags in the front. He's got some speed, Tyler, going all the way. Can he do it? I think that's a full pull, baby.
He's got it. Full pull for Ralph Tramp in Agent Orange. That was a beautiful hook there.
Not bad at all. As we continue on in our highlights, this is Double Ugly 2. Jason Gish of the Gisher family is going to drive a 1946 International KBI, 632 cubic inch. Trent, this pushes nearly 1,300 horsepower out of this Merlin block.
That's a lot, man. That's as much as some of the monster trucks have under the hood of their engines, man. I mean, but he's just using strictly for pulling. These guys are crazy, man. They pack so much horsepower. I mean, just listen to this thing.
Straight and true, down the 300 feet of fun. Oh, look at Jason!
That's another full pull, even further.
Oh my goodness. That was awesome.
Here we go. These are some of my favorites, Tyler.
Yes, here comes the wheel standers. Now, this is Doug Makey in the black Chevy. It's a long bed, 2-wheel drive, so it's got the wheel standing. So we might get a little bit in the air here. Last time out, last year, pulled almost 300 feet. He's looking to do it again. Of course, this is Friday night. There was a 2-day competition, so they get 2 chances to come down the 300 feet of fun at the Sublimity Harvest Festival to get a full pull. Looking for that bragging rights. Let's take a ride.
There he goes. He's got those wheels up. He's trying. That's a long wheelbase for that wheelie truck. He's got a good grip all the way down. Look at the way that thing's flexing. Not going to quite get it, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, he almost had it there, Trent, but it was just didn't get enough grip on that hook there. So here we go. This is Sweet Revenge with Brent Dolby, a 48 Ford 2-wheel drive tool standard.
You can hear the horsepower behind the wheel of that old Ford, man. Here he goes on the old sled. Let's see what he can do.
Oh my goodness. That is a rough ride right there. It looks like, I don't think the truck broke. I just think he popped out. That hook popped off the sled there. As you can see, it didn't break.
Man, that's a tough break, man. That's just something that does not happen very often. Excuse me.
Well, we'll come right back after these words from Super Clean.
Clean up your toughest messes super easy, super fast. Super Clean Floor Absorbent is formulated to do the work for you. Just apply and watch the spill absorb in minutes. Super Clean Floor Absorbent weighs only 3 pounds, so it's easy to pour and store no matter how messy the situation gets. For the 1-2 punch and stain fighting, follow up with Super Clean Degreaser for a like new finish. For all your greasiest, grimiest, toughest tasks around the house, shop, or garage, Super Clean gets the job done. Super easy, super fast, super clean.
Ever wonder why monster trucks are able to do crazy moves like moonwalks, backflips, donuts, and sky wheelies, for example? It's because they're not real trucks, right? They're race trucks. These monster trucks are purpose-built performance machines. And as you can see right now, I'm sitting in Jurassic Attack. They have backflip bars, safety features out the wazoo. You have a full containment seat that is completely molded to your body. You have a Hans device, fire suit, helmet, you name it, for the safety of the driver, and it gives them the confidence to do the things that they do on the track. Not only that, but this truck also pushes nearly 1,500 horsepower, an alcohol-blown motor that is anywhere from 460 to 540 cubic inches. It stands on 66-inch tires, and it is 12 feet wide and nearly 11 feet tall. And these things are pretty remarkable, and Dalton here in the Sublimity Harvest Festival is looking to take this dyno for a ride. Welcome to Inside T.Ray TV. Tyler Ryas here with Dalton Winer, the driver of Jurassic Attack. Now, Dalton, getting ready for Sublimity, you kind of switched up some stuff, and I know you run different gear ratios in the truck. Tell the fans about it.
Yeah, so my truck year-round, I run a 614 gear ratio on the front end and a 620 in the rear. So basically, it just means that the front tires on my truck spin a little bit faster than the rear. So coming around corners, when I've got this thing hanging out wide open, whatever direction I have the front tires facing is where the truck is going to end up going. So if I come into a drift real hot and I counter steer into it, it's going to pull the front end of the truck around a lot faster than something like any of the other trucks that we have that have a 620 front and rear. Those want to push a lot more throughout the corners. Mine will if it does anything, it'll tend to like oversteer a little bit and come around on me a little bit faster. But wherever I've got the front tires pointing is where the truck's going to go. So the motor that I've got in this thing is a 540 cubic inch big block Chevrolet. Everything's aftermarket on it. It's got a Brodix block, Brodix heads, Bullet Racing cams cam. It's let's see, who else we got? We got Callie's rods and crank. I mean, this thing's a beast. This is one of our small cam motors. We've got some bigger cams, smaller cams that we put in different trucks for like stadium shows, and then like smaller arena shows. I'm on the arena shows, so you know I can stick a small cam motor in this thing, and this thing is snappy. It makes power way down low, and this thing will get up and go like no other. The injection hats that we run on these things are called upright hats. Most everybody else runs either a Big and Ugly or a bird catcher. This is basically the front half of a Big and Ugly turned not upside down but flat, laying right on top of the blower, and it sucks atmospheric air a whole lot better than any of the other ones. And you know, I think it makes a little bit more power. Looks really cool to me. You know, our heads, we got Brodix heads, big Brodies. Bullet Racing cams, they're awesome. I love the cams that we have in these things. I feel like they make a lot of power. Yeah, she's just a beast all around. The other thing I do a little bit different is at these independent shows that I run, I like to stick the zoomies on this thing, have these things hanging out the side of the truck. It sounds absolutely amazing. I think personally it adds a lot to the run that I've got going. It's a lot louder, it's a lot more aggressive, and just the throttle rhythm and the amount of noise that I can make out on the track, I think adds a lot to the freestyle run and adds a lot to how excited people get. Makes the truck, I mean, just again, a lot louder, a lot cooler. You know, it looks awesome. So this is something I like to do at the independent shows.
All right, thank you so much, Dalton, for walking us through Jurassic Attack. I'm excited to see you hit the floor. Any last words to the Sublimity Harvest Festival fans?
I mean, it's freestyle only out here, so the louder you get, the wilder I'll get. So let's have a good time. Woo!
You heard it here, baby. Let's burn it down. Trent, back to you.
Thank you, Tyler. Over 8,000 fans are in attendance here tonight for the Sublimity Harvest Festival. You can see them rocking and rolling because you know what? It's time for the monster trucks, baby. The main event is here, and who better to start it off than our man Lee, Plateau, and Scattered. Tyler, it's time for some monster trucks.
Oh, it absolutely is, baby, and I'm excited to be here with you in my hometown of Sublimity for the inaugural event of T.RayTV, Trent. This is history in the making, and so thank you so much for doing this with me. Lee Plateau is going to start off tonight's competition. He's going to have 2 minutes on the clock.
You know, Lee and Scattered, you know, he hasn't been around the game a whole long time, but with moves like that, you could definitely see he's improving day in and day out. It's stuff like this is the reason why we asked him what his thoughts about the track.
Just trying to do my best, trying to follow in Shane's footsteps at this point now. The coaching's gone the other direction. Now I ask him what to do when we look at the jumps and stuff, so it's just a lot of fun. Truck likes the wheelies, so that's what we've been doing here.
And the wheelie, it does. Trent, 30 seconds in so far. This is a Patrick chassis, a high motor chassis. And he's getting good momentum. He's hitting all the obstacles. You got a mix of car stacks, and the dirt ramp in the middle also has a popper ramp on the top for some stoppies and moonwalks, some new age moves, as we like to call it. The Lee Plateau, the first time in Sublimity. They have 9 trucks here to celebrate 50 years. And this is an incredible lineup, and we're just getting started with Lee here. 1 minute down, 1 minute to go as he goes for the middle ramp here, Trent.
Some sick air to get in the middle ramp. You know, they made that ramp steep for the 50th anniversary because they want some of these trucks to get up into the stratosphere just like Lee did, man.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I mean, they've been working on this track, as you saw in the Track X segment. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Might be going for a stop here, Trent.
Couldn't quite get on the brakes like he wanted to, man. And Tyler, I noticed something with Lee's freestyle. You notice he's doing it the classic Sublimity way, except for that stopping. He's been hitting everything one way.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that air, though. Hang on.
Dang.
Yeah, usually you can only hit it the way he just hit it, towards the highway, but they've actually opened it up the last couple years, as we learned in the Track X segment. You can actually hit them both ways. Lee's choosing to just hit it the one way for now. He's been doing a good job with it. 10 seconds left. You can see a little sparks coming from his brakes in the rear. Those rotors are getting a little hot, riding them a little bit, but Lee's doing a good job as he fills time here in Sublimity.
And you can definitely see that end of the track there was really slick. Time's up for Lee, but, you know, it's the 50th anniversary. You think he's just going to stop right now? No, it's for the fans' time, baby.
Yeah, he's excited. I mean, this is his first time here. He wants to make a statement and make an impact on the Sublimity community. So all this is now for the fans. We're getting the scores are being turned in now. They're going to be generated in just a few minutes here. But Lee's still throwing it down here and scattered.
Yeah, he's got a good run going, man. Time's winding down. Time's actually up.
Oh, yeah.
The Lee's still rocking and rolling, you know, back and forth. That truck's, the brakes are getting hot.
We're actually getting the scores coming in right now. He's going to score a 19 for Lee Plateau in scattered. So a 19 will be all she wrote. But as he continues on here for the fans.
One more big hit to send him home, and Lee got up there, man. Nicely done.
That was awesome. Huge air there for Lee as he continues on. I mean, this truck's got to be getting hot, running out of methanol right now.
Oh, absolutely, man. He's running her for all she's worth. And it looks like he might try to go for a stop again. No, he's just going to stop right there on top. Say hello.
Oh, the little fire there for the disc.
Oh, yeah.
The rotor's getting a little hot there. We saw some sparks from it earlier. Not a bad start. I don't think it's going to take the stay in the lead for very much longer, but that was a good run. Look at the air here as we get into some highlights.
Absolutely, man. You can see he really hit that van stack with some force, tried to get the classic slap wheelie, but this truck, just is not landing the way he wants to for that. Some more huge air over the other side of the van stack.
Look at this,
and
though.
Here's the big boy.
Look
at that.
Look at the air tread. Look at
Wow.
that is so high.
He was above the grandstands over there.
He was. And their next competitor is Misha Ferris in wild card.
The lady in the lineup here tonight, this is her first official year behind the wheel of a monster truck. And she's really, Eric has really taken her under his wing and said, this is how you do this is how you do that. And she's really taken it to heart. And she's really turned herself into a great driver.
She absolutely has. Misha is a world-class act. First time in Sublimity, and this is what she had to say.
Pretty nervous, first time hitting cars this week, so we're gonna see how it goes and hopefully alternate it and see if I can, get the hang of them and not wreck this thing. So
You never want to wreck Rick Swanson's trucks, right?
No.
Even if you are dating Eric, you want to be careful with the pieces, but she's been doing great, especially on the Monster Truck Insanity Tour all summer long. Now gets to come out here in Sublimity, a world-class event that the Swansons have been a part of for years and years now. 1 minute down, about a minute left. Misha's doing a good job.
Let's talk about here something. For those of you who have a clever eye, you'll notice something familiar about that truck. Wait, hang on.
Oh my goodness, Trent, that was straight up and down. I don't know. The truck got shut off here. Now, I will tell you, they're going to pause the clock here and give her a chance to refire to continue on. But you have to understand, this truck, it had some problems throughout the summer. I mean, we've been watching it closely on the Monster Truck Insanity Tour, and every time it does land like that, it kind of jocks some stuff around a little bit. But honestly, I don't know if that was an official issue. Did they trip the RII, or was it the truck that just shut off? That's going to be an interesting. We're going to get you can see the track crew down there. Going to talk to Misha to see if she's all right, number one, and see if she can get that truck refired.
And before that happened, I was actually going to say that used to be Eric's old truck that she's driving here right now. So those who have a clever eye would notice that, Tyler.
Yeah, it's the old Obsessed, and Eric railed that for years. And he has turned in some incredible performances in Monster Jam with it, and even here. Let's take a look at this replay here of this beautiful Sky Willy. I mean, look at the wild card.
Straight up and down, raw car. Boom on the rear end. Maybe it tripped the RII when she had that really bad hit.
It might have. Oh, look at this. She got it fired up, though, Trent. Here we go.
It is.
We're going to get more wild card. 46 seconds are on the clock. It's going to restart when she makes her next move here. And the fans were stoked that Misha was able to fire this bad boy up. Let's see if she can continue on.
Yeah, hopefully she can continue on with full force, because I bet you that hit probably took the wind out of her. But Misha, she's a tough gal. She'll keep going here for the Sublimity fans. Nice hit. You can definitely tell that truck is just landing a little rough tonight.
Yeah, it's working well. It is, but it is running, landing a little hard. And a lot of that comes with experience too. I mean, this is her first time hitting raw cars like this, and this is as old school as it gets, Trent.
Oh yeah, raw cars is old school as it gets, man. All the way back to when monster trucks first began. That's what made them famous. But now, you know, you got the likes of these big jumps like Misha just hit there that people love to see. They love to see the stoppies, the moonwalks, the big airs, the backflips. It just shows you the evolution of monster trucks is just incredible.
As time winds down for Misha Ferris, you can definitely tell that when the truck shut off, it kind of killed her momentum a little bit, but not too bad from wild cards. Misha Ferris, as scores come in here. Trent, let's take a look at the highlights.
You can see that big air hit she took off the middle stack. You know, so steep. Probably scared her a little bit when she took that. Again, that truck's just landing a little weird. And there's that raw car hit that she took. And boom, on the rear end, I think it did knock out the RAI, man. I mean, there's not really much else I could think of what could possibly happen.
Yeah, score of a 13 for Misha Ferris. Our next competitor up here, Shane Plateau in Skull Crusher, is 15 years old, Trent, and he's looking to make a mark at the Sublimity Harvest Festival. This guy was fired up in the pits, and he's super stoked to be here for the 50th year anniversary. And we actually got a chance to talk to him when I was down the pits. This is what Shane had to say.
It's my first time out here in Sublimity. It's a big event. I'm very excited and very grateful to be invited out here to run with some of the big names in Monster Jam and monster trucks in general. It's really fun just to, like, I'm driving with the people I look up to, and it's just a big accomplishment in my eyes, and I'm thankful for everything, and I'm ready to go out there and have some fun tonight.
A very humble and understanding young man. Shane Patel, definitely look at the air!
I mean, this kid is fearless. He started out with that. Nicely done. Skull Crusher already got the attention of the fans. That's what you do, Trent. You announce your presence.
And wait a second, Tyler. 15? I mean, come on. What are we doing with our lives?
I didn't even have a driver's license at 15. This kid is out here driving a monster truck. Right on, Shane.
Yeah, this kid's living the dreams, you know, and wow, Skull Crusher is just working good for him tonight. It's slinging the way he wants it to. Oh, that dirt's a little loose there.
Yeah, it's tacky in some spots. It's loose in some spots. Nice sky willy for Skull Crusher. Right on, a minute down, 60 seconds left for Shane Plateau in Skull Crusher.
Man, he is just slinging this sucker, Tyler. Oh, he's going to get some sick air.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah!
That was awesome. You
there
can
goes
hear
the sponsor flag.
Oh, I thought the truck shut off right there, Trent. It's still going. You can hear, though, 8,000 fans in attendance here tonight, and all of them are stoked for Shane. He's having a little bit of issues with the truck there, I think.
Yeah, that truck's not happy with him after that big jump, I guess.
I mean, he's got some serious momentum, though. I mean, he's going from move to move in Skull Crusher.
Yeah, I mean, 20 seconds left on the clock. Looks like he's gonna finish the run. Oh no!
Oh, he turned it upside down. Trent, a rollover with 13 seconds left. Oh my goodness.
Wait a second, Tyler. Who is that right there?
That's Scott Heaton, baby. We talked to him a little earlier. You can hear him.
Nah, not the guy announcing. I'm talking about the man in the orange.
That's Storm and Norm Miller, baby. That's right. We got Storm and Norm Miller here. That was a wild rollover. Oh, there he is. He's out of the truck. He's good to go. Shane took a wild ride and turned on the fans here in Sublimity.
Yes, he did, man. Look at these highlights, Tyler. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Pull us through this.
I mean, look at the air, Trent. That is the biggest air of the night so far. That was absolutely huge. Right off the middle ramp. That ramp is really working for these trucks. It's a good transition. They're able to get some good air. But look at this. Nice sky wheelie for Skull Crusher. And look, he's going to hit it again. I mean, if this is how big a 15-year-old could go, we have some heavy hitters. I'm excited to see how high they can get these trucks here in Sublimity. But here comes the rollover. Right after the van stack, he's going to land here. He's going to turn it way too fast, and we were talking about how tacky the track is. He's actually going to roll it up and over. The fans got turned on, and Shane went for a ride.
Yeah, he did. Straight onto the cage. Up and over he went, man. And, wow, just a wild run. He got some good scores.
That's right. Scores coming in right now. A 17 for Skull Crusher. So he's actually going to not be in the lead as of right now. That's all right.
Wow.
So Lee Plateau is actually still in the lead with a 19 for filling time. He did leave a little time on the clock, but not too bad from Shane. But here's a guy, Devon Windfield. We actually had a chance to talk to Devon. This is what he had to say earlier.
This is my first time here. I'm just kind of going to feel it out tonight. This is only my third time in this chassis, and this truck's kind of set up for Monster Jam arenas. So I'm just going to kind of feel it out and play it as I go, I guess.
You know, Devon is one of the very few guys in this lineup that I can safely say I've played rigs of rods with. And it just shows you, like, all these guys, these new age drivers have come from playing rigs. And I mean, just watch Devon, man. You can tell that the game's pretty much one-to-one with real life.
I mean, I don't want to toot our own horn, but a lot of them grew up watching T.Ray. I mean, right here with all the gaming content, and look at Devon trying to go for a stoppie. That new age Monster Jam circuit. Of course, he's from Team Throttle Monster in the Rockwell Red, based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Rocking the Heart Strong flag for the sponsorship here tonight. Nice air.
That truck is definitely loose, man. You could see, especially when he was trying to do that stoppie earlier, that truck just had a lot of give to it, man. But Devon is pulling through and definitely got a good run going. Some nice hit on the backside.
Nice, yeah, it was a nice sky wheelie, no doubt. He's got about 50 seconds left, doing a good job with the momentum here. He's only been behind the wheel of this chassis a few times. He really gets to stretch his legs here in Sublimity. It is a good size floor. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's see if he gets it.
There we go.
Nice. Not a bad stoppie there from Rockwell Red. Devon Windfield, excuse me, doing a good job inside 30 seconds left.
Devon showing these fans how he can rock and roll this track.
Right on, baby. Doing a good job keeping the fans turned on. I thought he was going to go for a donut right there, Trent.
Maybe. Mostly's going to be reluctant. Nice air off the backside. I didn't expect to see that.
That was cool. Time winding down. 3, 2, and 1. Final move for the judges there. Nice air. Almost gets a slap wheelie out of it. They're waving the red flag at him like, hey, baby, you're done. Not a bad ride from Devon Windfield and Rockwell Red.
Oh, yeah. That truck's on fire tonight, man. Good run from Devon. The score is coming in at 22. Devon will take the lead with that run. Great run from Devon Windfield.
Yeah, that was awesome. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at some highlights, Trent. There's plenty of them to decipher here. Look at Rockwell Red really giving it the onion here. Keep a good momentum going in Sublimity.
Oh, he definitely did give him the onion, Tyler. I mean, look at this. He turned the fans on with each and every single one of these hits here. Just big hit after big hit. I mean, look at the sick air he got here. You can definitely tell that ramp's starting to go away just a little bit. But Devon, with that huge stop he got, and I told you, the truck's a little loose. You can see those shocks really clumped down, but oh my goodness, Tyler.
Oh yeah, baby. Jeff Boehner celebrating 40 years. We talked to him earlier, and this is what Captain USA Jeff Boehner had to say.
I love this town. I always get pumped for this show. And yeah, this truck's 26 years old this year, so it's a dinosaur, but we're still having fun out there trying to do what we can do out in the arena.
Man, I just love this truck to death, man.
This truck is loud, Trent. Oh my goodness.
You've been talking about it. You've been editing this video. You had to turn the decibels down on this truck because this thing is so old school. It's got the straight up and down headers. And it is just amazing.
This truck is wild. Yeah, I mean, this truck is 27, 26 years old, something like that. I mean, this truck has seen everything Jeff's had to throw at it in incredible performances. Jeff is a staple in Sublimity. He's been here for a long time. 60 seconds down, a minute left for Captain USA.
I just had to stop talking there for a second to hear the raw power that old Chevrolet has, man. Jeff Boehner, 40 years in the game. You know, he also brought his Hot Stuff Jeep as well, which was one of the first trucks to really beat Bigfoot back in the 80s. It's crazy that he still has that equipment lying around.
Wow. Oh, yeah. It's actually a ride truck now. They're giving rides in the backfield. Let's just take a listen to Captain USA here.
Captain USA just really sounding the horn here, Tyler. This truck just got the raw power. 10 seconds left on the clock. What could Jeff pull for the last 10 seconds?
Well, he's going to have to do something here. Oh, my goodness. That was awesome. The score to beats at 22 from Devon Windfield, and the 40-year veteran, the Hall of Famer Jeff Boehner, is a rail right now. Scores are in. They're getting turned in. The rest of this is for the fans. He's going to... Is he done? Yeah, he's done. He's waving to the fans. Attaboy, Jeff.
What? It shows you that old dogs can learn new tricks, man, and that he's still got it to this day, 40 years later. Jeff Boehner, what a turnout, man. Look at these highlights, Tyler.
I mean, just a move to move. This guy was cooking. I mean, he is obviously the veteran of tonight's lineup. Look at the air that Jeff's still getting in Captain USA. Scores coming in, Trent, a 21. Not enough to take the lead away from Rockwell Red, but here comes Dawson Ryas, and he's the hometown boy. This is what he had to say earlier.
Right here, you went to high school here. This has got to mean something to you.
Absolutely. This show always means something to me. I've been coming here since I was a little kid. Finally getting the opportunity to hop back in Kamikaze, little old school body throwback for the weekend, and we can't be more excited, man.
I mean, you got to be really just very happy to be watching your brother freestyle here tonight, Tyler.
I mean, let me tell you something. This is a dream come true. Dawson and I have been coming to this show since 1999, and we love this place. This is our hometown. We went to high school here, and it is a surreal feeling to see him freestyle, but enough of the way I feel. Look at the way Dawson's railing Kamikaze.
I mean, look at the sick air he's getting here tonight in Kamikaze, getting some nice air. You can see those cars, they're starting to go away, so now this gives him an opportunity to get some more air off of more than just the middle ramp.
Yeah, they're kind of starting to form a ramp here. This is the sweet spot before they become too crushed. A minute down, a minute left for Dawson and Kamikaze, and look at the air!
Wow!
Oh!
And a little slap wheelie, getting stanky with it, man.
He did. That was awesome. Got a little stank to her. You're right. Dawson Ryas and Kamikaze throwing it down for the Sublimity fans here, celebrating 50 years of the Harvest Festival.
You know what really cracks me up about Dawson, Tyler? This guy can go and throw it down at a monster truck show like this, and then later on the night he's like, hey, you boys want to go play some rigs? It's like, come on, man, go and celebrate with your trophy.
I mean, you got to remember, this is Schneidog, the owner of the Screenshot of the Week on the Discord server on T.Ray, link in the bio, follow up. Dawson Ryas and Kamikaze's turning on the fans, 10 seconds left. Gonna grab the brakes for a little slap wheelie.
Oh, he tried it, man. The truck didn't want it. But look at the brakes, are glowing, man. Dawson's running this old dog hard.
So the time is expired. This is his last move, and it's gonna count. Let's see what he can get a stoppie.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, baby. The best one of the night so far. Dawson Ryas is turning on the fans in Kamikaze.
What a great run. May do a couple more hits here. Time's up, but Dawson is freestyling for his hometown crowd.
Wow. The judges are going to have their work cut out for him because that was a solid performance for Dawson Ryas as he pops the belts for Sublimity. Not bad at all. Give him a little fanfare, Trent.
Oh, man, I mean, what can I say, man? He's going to go out there and give the fanfare. Saluting the crowd here, Sublimity. The judges are turning in his scores a 25. That'll put our man in the lead.
Oh, boy. Look at these highlights, Trent. Dawson was just on flat-out kill for this freestyle. Look at this air right here, Trent. I mean, just sends it.
That, again, was over the grandstands there to just behind him. And look at the stank. Look at that little slap wheelie he got. That truck's so loose, so janky, but he drove the living daylights out of it.
He did, man. Kamikaze, of course, a Team Throttle Monster truck, and he was stoked to get the call from Mike Christensen to say, hey, you want to You want an opportunity to drive in your hometown? Dawson jumped at the bit to do it. And look at this, perfect stoppie right here. Actually walks it a little bit, grabs the brakes again. That's the best one that we've seen so far tonight. Not a bad performance for your new leader in Kamikaze. But look at this. Dalton Winer in Jurassic Attack will be our next competitor for Sublimity Harvest Festival. This guy is another legend when it comes to hanging out with us and playing rigs and beam, and he's doing it for real life, just fresh off a Monster Jam circuit. And this is what Dalton had to say earlier in the pits.
Yeah, she's ready to go. We already had a little short 3-hit show here in the morning for I think it was DSP Connections. Last night I had the alternator wire melt off of it, put a hole in the training line, and had a little flash fire for a second, but went through and put a bigger gauge wire on it, rerouted it, made a new line for it. She's ready to go.
Leave it to Dalton to make a big problem sound like it's nothing. He's always ready for anything. And look at, you can see him through the window hyping up the crowd. We're about to watch Jurassic Attack, and listen, guys, just listen to this motor. Oh, here we go, Tyler.
Oh, going for a stoppie. Got
it. Little jittery, but he's got it, throwing it in forward reverse.
Nicely done.
Wow.
Got a little bit of a moonwalk there. That was awesome, Trent. He started his time. Oh, here comes the zoomies, baby.
Those are some of the craziest sounding.
When's the last time you heard a truck sound that good? Look at the slap wheelie.
Not since we just saw Jeff Bader, man.
Sublimity bringing out, making monster trucks loud again.
Oh, some nice there from Dalton. You can see those trucks are still set up for the Monster Jam pods that they were at just a week ago at the time of this recording. And Dalton, you know, he's just out here to really just rail this old girl and put on a show for these fans.
I mean, this is flat out rocking. So many hits in 1 minute so far. Remember, this is day one. This is Friday night. We still have tomorrow to cover and release here on T.Ray TV. Look at the air from the backside. So you don't want to miss action like this. So make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of T.Ray TV right here on the T.Ray YouTube channel. And Dalton is cooking right now. Trent, this might be a new lead if you can hold it up.
I mean, look at that. Look at the smoke. The engine's so hot, you could cook bacon on the back of it, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Look at, whoa. Say hello to the people in the beer tent, man. Wow.
Jurassic Attack is flying right now in Sublimity. Middle air. Look at the air.
Jeez.
Wow. This, Trent, I love my brother. That's off the table, but I think this might take the lead. He is flat out cooking.
Huge air assault, just letting the crowd hear it. Dalton definitely turned it up for these Sublimity fans. What a run.
Wow, pops the belts and salutes the fans here in Sublimity celebrating 50 years. Dalton Winer, scores coming in, 310s, a perfect 30 for Jurassic Attack.
I think he deserved that little bow to the fans there.
Wow, that is a 30. That is insane. Let's take a look at the highlights here, Trent, because Jurassic Attack was, I mean, he was going from move to move right there. I mean, that run was fast.
Yes, it was, man. It was momentum heavy. Let's take it call by call. First of all, sick air off the van sack. That's off the table. This guy kept it on the loud pedal, hits the backside like it's nothing, and look at this, rides a slap wheelie towards the beer tent, man.
That was awesome. Dalton Winer, he's one of our good friends, and he loves to perform, and you can tell that he loves to perform. But look at this, Eric Swanson in Obsessed will now come out to throw his hat in the ring to see if he can tie Jurassic Attack's 30. So let's see what Eric Swanson had to say in Obsessed.
You know, we're doing great this weekend. Last night we got a little feel for the truck, making some shock adjustments. And you know what, last year we had the old truck. That's actually the wild card is the old Obsessed. And we said, you know, it's 50 years. We're going to build a new truck for this event. So here we are.
I was going to say, the truck's so new, you can pretty much still smell the spray paint on it.
This truck is brand new this season, has been tearing it up on the Monster Truck Insanity Tour. It's a CRD with those beautiful down sweep headers. This truck is loud, and Eric has been really rocking and rolling this entire year. So what better place to stretch your legs than Sublimity?
I mean, let's talk about those headers for a second, man. We've seen old school zoomies on the Captain USA. Look at sick air! We saw the new school zoomies on Jurassic Attack. Let's listen to the down sweeps that Obsessed has.
Oh my goodness. It sounds so good. Look at this. Oh. I think he was trying to grease the backside of that. Eric Swanson, a very technical driver. You're going to see that a lot in his style of driving.
I mean, even earlier you saw he didn't hit the K-rail like everyone else did. He tried to get a little two-wheeled bicycle off of it. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out in his favor.
Yeah, Eric's always pushing the envelope, trying to do new moves, trying to keep stuff fresh for the fans. And that's what I've really enjoyed about watching him all season, is really his unique driving style. And he's just a blast to have in the pits. We actually did a podcast with him. You can catch that on the Full Boogie Tail podcast. Look at this, going for the middle ramp here, Trent.
Oh, man, wow!
Oh, my God.
That's going to be the biggest of the night.
Trent, that was huge. That was massive air. Eric Swanson is on a run right now. Okay, here we go. We might see a stopper here, Trent. He's really good at these.
Oh, look at that. Straight up and down. Oh, now he's got the rear steer going.
He's playing with them. Look at Eric Swanson from Rupert, Idaho, in Obsessed. And if you're asking, Trent, yes, that is a Full Boogie Tilt sticker on the side of the truck, representing what's up. Eric Swanson's time has expired. Scores are coming in for Obsessed, and he's going to score a 25. So not bad at all from Eric Swanson in Obsessed as he waves to the fans a little bit here in Sublimity. Trent, these highlights are going to be wild. I mean, where do you start with Eric Swanson?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to get myself mentally prepared because Eric Swanson's still saluting the crowd here. And what a showing he did, man. That truck is beautiful, brand new. Here comes the highlights. First of all, huge air.
That was a huge air. A really nice. It was a long jump, too, which is rad.
He had quite a few long jumps, especially off of this really beaten down van stack. The truck was kind of jittering a little bit, but here's the big boy. Wow.
Oh, look at that. We had to pause it. That was the biggest air of the night, Trent, and that truck just soaks it up beautifully. A brand new piece that he built this year with his dad. And look at this. Gets it up on the nose, walks it a little bit, and then once he knows he's got it, look at him. He's toggling the rear steer with his right hand and working the foot and the brakes and the throttle. I mean, this takes some serious hand-eye coordination. So good job from Obsessed, but look at this. Oh, here it comes, David Olford, a.k.a. Too Tall in Velociraptor.
This guy is one of the two hometown heroes here tonight. And you know, earlier today, we had a chance to talk to him. We'll get that in just a little bit because right now, Tyler, he's saluting the fans.
Yeah, David is a showman. He grew up in Shaw, and he lives in Shaw, Oregon, which is only like 10 minutes from the Sublimity Harvest Festival grounds. So he's actually able to sleep in his own bed tonight, and I think he's looking forward to that from being on the road, especially being out in Salt Lake City for the last few years with the Team Throttle Monster. This is what Too Tall had to say earlier.
I'm excited. You know, like you said, this is hometown. This is 10 minutes from the house, you know, but this event means a lot. A lot of guys here, 9 trucks, most we've ever had, and a couple hometown boys here showing out, so I'm excited.
You know, David Olford was here last year, and he just absolutely threw it down with a brand new Velociraptor body, but now he's got another brand new Velociraptor body, a brand new paint job, and I gotta tell you, this thing is sweet.
Yeah, it's the way they've cut out the front fender well makes it look so much better. And look at this, gonna get a stoppie.
Tried to get in reverse, man, but just couldn't quite find the gear. But David, now that that's over, it's just time to tear it down.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hang on, boys. Too Tall is on a run already. He's only done 2 moves, keeping the momentum going, the loudness. It's more than just what you do on the track, Trent. It's how you drive the truck around the track, right? It's the sights, the sounds, the smells, the feeling of a good freestyle is what gets these fans turned on, and it's what's going to get you the lead.
Absolutely, man. David trying to go for the slap wheelie there. Right now, people, a dinosaur, a Triceratops to be exact, is in the lead for the freestyle victory, the perfect 30. But let's see if a Velociraptor can tie with him.
The battle of the dinos. A minute down, a minute left for David Too Tall Overt. Oh my goodness.
Holy cow. Wow.
That was, I want to say it's just as big as Eric's jump. That was huge air from Too Tall.
You can tell he's definitely wants a win here in his pretty much hometown crowd. But, you know, his momentum a little lacking. The track's starting to wind down. He's starting to try and find something unique to do to take that lead. Here he goes, setting up for it. Nice slap wheelie.
That was perfect. Yeah, the track's really starting to go away, and he's going to have to try to find new moves, new things to do. This truck sounds incredible. You can see the rear brakes already getting really hot here, Trent. That rotor is glowing.
Yeah, she's a little hot, man, but as long as it doesn't break, we should be fine.
Oh,
David, nice air. He's going to get it again. He's going to get it again. Look at that.
Wow, that was awesome. Look at the brakes. Oh, the brakes are gone, Trent.
Oh, yeah, this is all just pure momentum now. David Olfer going to try to go to the stop he won last time. Nope, that's going to be it. An incredible run from David.
Not bad at all from David Too Tall Overt in Velociraptor. Scores coming in. A 27, Trent. It's not going to be enough. That means Dalton Winer is going to take the freestyle win. Oh my goodness, that's an upset.
I know, there's definitely some people in the crowd that definitely wanted Velociraptor to win with such a great run, but you know, the judges saw what they saw. They had a couple professional judges. I'm not going to name who because he already knows who he is.
But let's take a look at these highlights here, Trent, for Velociraptor. David was on kill this run. His brakes went away, but it kind of timed it perfectly at the end. This is what he started out with besides the stoppie.
Wow.
That's massive momentum over that van stack.
I mean, he pretty much cleared half the track with the amount of air he got from that van stack alone. And here was his first of many slap wheelie attempts. The truck just didn't land the way he wanted to. But look at this booter right here.
Wow. Trent, I'm going to get down there and talk to Dalton, man. Take him through the highlights.
Again, man, major air, tried to get a slap wheelie, and this is where the slap wheelie really began. Got on the brakes were already glowing, grabbed it, and dragged the old girl through the dirt. But we actually got Tyler, like you said, he's down there with Dalton right now.
All right, we're down on the track after a Friday night victory. Dalton Winer, you are the champion tonight in freestyle here at the Sublimity Harvest Festival. You got to be pumped, brother.
Man, it was a good time. I've never been out here to Sublimity. I've heard all these great things about this show. Man, these people packed these stands. I'm going to tell you what, the people in the stands are the ones that drive that truck. They got super loud. I heard them in the cab. I was trying to get as many, cool moves as I could out there. A little bit of a limited track, but pulling out slap wheelies, stoppies, all kinds of stuff. See what we can do for tomorrow.
Well, Dalton Winer, let me tell you, brother, it's always a pleasure. You guys caught it all right here on T.Ray. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do it all again. Trent, back to you.
Thank you very much, Tyler. It was an incredible night. We'd like to thank everybody who helped put this event together. I'd like to thank Sublimity Harvest Festival for having the T.Ray staff to go watch this event live, go behind the scenes, and to get this footage. We'll see you next time right here, right now on T.RayTV.